Hey all, I see all of you over at Tarot's Apprentice, which is just fine. I am finishing up from earlier this evening because there was a lot that I needed to cover, and it looks like I'm going to be playing nurse tomorrow. I think that there's a torn rotator cuff that we need to address tomorrow. So let's see, so that's why I'm live. Okay, here we go. I did it. I did it. And now, yeah, I did not want, I'm waiting for Tarot's Apprentice's mobile to die, and it looks like it's not going to. So, so much stuff happening. Oh my goodness, hi you guys. Yeah, Hi you guys. So if you guys are still over at Tarot's Apprentice, still hang out there. I'm just finishing up from tonight because I just have a feeling the rest of this week is going to be crazy. Okay, what's going on here? Okay. So, hi you guys. Oh, he said he had 15%. I need to find out what kind of battery he has because he's been going pretty long. Hi, Rochelle. Roxanne. Yay. Okay. My mind is still kind of blown by the stuff that we were talking about earlier. I want to share with you guys what the north nodes are. We keep talking about these nodes of the eclipses, and now I have my orange. I'm going to show you what the ecliptic is and the nodes, so you guys will all know this because not a lot of people know this. Okay? So, if we pretend that my orange is planet Earth, and this is like our equator going across here, and we're floating in space, we have the eastern horizon and the western horizon. We know that the Earth is spinning like 1,000 miles an hour, which is crazy. But we also know that the Earth is not on her, she's tilted on the axis, right? At least that's what they tell us. So we're going to pretend that my Sharpie marker, that this is the sun, okay? And we're going to pretend it's this is the first, I guess, day of fall. So I'm just going to kind of mark this here. I should probably make sure this works. Yeah. So as the Earth is already, okay, so she's like that. So the sun doesn't move. So as the Earth goes around the sun, let's see if I did this earlier. Can I do it again? And let's say she is going to go to winter, right? As she tries to go around. I'm not so good at this. It worked better in the kitchen, you guys. And then we're going to come back up to the first day of spring. So you can tell like this, and then if we keep going, well, the Earth was supposed to keep going around like this. But if you look, you can kind of tell, even though we're tilted, that this is going to kind of go like, come back around over here. That is, even though the sun stays still, the Earth is moving, this would be the sun's path around the Earth as we go winter, spring, summer. Ooh, that's a really long summer. Back to fall and back to winter. This is the ecliptic, the sun's path around. It's actually the Earth's path around the sun, but it's the sun's path around the Earth. Now, here's a picture. Can you kind of see that? This is the ecliptic. That's the path. And then like it goes up and down like this, depending what season you're in. I hope that makes sense. And if you divided the ecliptic into 12 different areas and had symbols, you would have the zodiac, right? And then when there's eclipses, the moon crosses a point of this ecliptic, and that's the node. The north node is the new moon. The north node is the new moon eclipse when we make our wishes. And then the south node is the full moon eclipse when everything is revealed. So you're not really creating at the south node. Stuff manifests. And we manifest and we're winding down. The north node, we're creating stuff. We're growing. So it's a really big flipping deal that when we're talking about our north node now has gone into Gemini at 29 degrees, it's a BFD. It's a really BFD. And I think this is why my brain is stuff and things, thoughts, Mercury. My brain feels like I have popcorn and ping pong balls all over the place. That's the activity of Mercury. Mercury is a mental activity, and I'm just realizing, I wonder if this will finally be the juice where I get to heal my head injury from 2009, because this is where we grow things with our wishes. And my brain was feeling, I almost felt like I had someone's hands massaging my gray matter today while I was driving. Weird. But there's going to be a lot of mental activity, a lot of activity with our hands going on with these nodes. Okay? Does that make sense? Hi, Linda. You're distracted by the... I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, Rochelle, my brain's like that too. Now you want popcorn? I want popcorn. I'm really hungry. Well, yeah, you know, I've always been really intuitive, T-Bard, but it more in a totally different way. Since I had that head injury, it did blow up my third eye hugely. But I don't have a good sense of time at all. That's when I really rely on where's the sun and where's the moon. I can tell you any time of day where the sun moon is, what degrees they are in relation to the earth. When it's cloudy and I can't see them, I am lost, totally lost. So I'm realizing I think I get to do some more work here with healing my brain. So, hi, Marby. Yeah, so what happened, I'm just going to give you guys a quick what happened earlier with the accident during the earlier reading. So my daughter, who is a Pisces, remember last night I said, I put it on the community, hey, you guys, Mars is going into Pisces. Pisces might be more energized. She hasn't been really energized the last 6 weeks or so that Mars has been in Aquarius because she's got fixed signs on all the angles of her chart. And so today, she was charged up, fueled, ready to go. She was on the trampoline, jumping around. And then something happened. We think it's torn rotator cuff. We're going to go to the doctors tomorrow. But so this north node is at Gemini 29. Lots of energy in Pisces now. She's a Pisces. Her Mercury is 29 degrees Pisces. It's in a perfect square here. Mercury in Gemini rules the arms, shoulders, the chest, the lungs. And she got a lot of energy. Body wasn't ready for it. And ligaments, she heard the cracking. So yeah, it's crazy that happens. Oh yeah. I love it when you guys say hit the like button because I always forget to do it. Hi, Jazzy. You had an orb fly by you. Ooh. Yeah, I am feeling bad for her. She is on a lot of painkillers. So I know starting tomorrow I'm going to be the nurse. So that's why I just wanted to hop on and finish this and get it out of the way because things are already popping, you guys. If you haven't known, I said we're supposed to have shocking financial news Hello, Richard Burr. Holy crap. He's done. I figured out his natal chart. He got slammed. And you know who else is going to get slammed who has a chart like his is Loeffler, that Kelly Loeffler. And then I started looking at all the GOP Republicans who have a strong Gemini-Sagittarius. Sagittarius like Mercury, Sagittarius Venus, or a lot of them have a lot of Taurus, money, 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 because that's the money sign. So many of them are in trouble. So things are happening quickly. And Richard Burr, absolutely. Okay, so do you guys remember when I said, this was the other thing I wanted to share before I forgot. So I explained earlier tonight why we have this vulnerability as a nation with this 8 degrees. Remember Aries? Aries is the one where we need to grow a backbone and stand up for ourselves, but we keep getting taken advantage of by things in Gemini. Well, I can't remember where it was in the reading, but I said that something very good happened with the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Well, something happened that we are growing a backbone, and it's going to be lasting. I'm so proud of the Democrats. Because in their chart, the Democratic Party, look at this. Their second house cusp, you know, when you have planets, things on the cusp, it's like they're open revolving doors. It's like energy can just flow in and just go anywhere at any time. There's so much freedom here that you really get to drive those areas of the chart and just have things happen for you. Things just flow, come your way. You just have a lot more opportunities to do things. The Democrats, when we had the Saturn-Pluto conjunction on January 12th, that was at 22 degrees Capricorn, I think 40 minutes. Look at that conjunction happened on this 7th house cusp. This energetically, at this point, helps them hold the line for the people, growing a backbone. And the reason, I know it's on this side of the chart and their natal chart, but it's happening over here in the USA chart. And even though the 22 degrees is right here, it's still on the cusp for them. So they are going to deliver strengthening of a backbone on this cusp for the United States, because this is also a Venus area. This is a Venus area. Talk about changes in structure and power. We have leverage now, which is like the good thing, because this thing keeps kicking our butt for like the last 30 years. So that's good. That made me happy. And do you want to see the Republican chart with this Gemini, Sagittarius, the North nodes? It's shaking everything up. You guys, this is gonna hurt. So they have Gemini over here with their wishes, also in the 10th house, public achievements. They also have Sagittarius down here. That has to do with the 5th house of the sun, the Photis. Oh man, their south node, letting go, is in Sagittarius. So they are going to lose a lot of the domination here with this 5th house of the sun. They're getting a makeover. They just might be done because their sun, it's at 29 degrees Pisces, you guys. That's a very stressful place to be having the nodes, the North node and the South node in exact square to that. It's forcing them to change. They can't do anything about this. and it's in the 9th house of law. And lands far away. They're busted. they are busted, especially now with Uranus and Taurus blowing everything up. So that's about how well it's going to be going for them, except they don't really know it yet. So that's also good news, right? Yeah, Sharon, it is our turn. In the first part, I went into like a lot of history, explaining how we got to where we are now. Not only are we going back to our birth chart, we're going back to 1982, 1979, the fall of the Berlin Wall, the solar arc for the United States. The past 30 years, we have been being destroyed essentially by Russia. They lose their grip. We're going to be a shining star again, but we're going to have a couple years. Financially, it's going to be difficult. And I went through the whole timeline and how everything related together. It's kind of cool. It was kind of mind-blowing for me. And I believe we are going to see the ERA ratified. It's a lot of really good news for women. And like in the 70s, probably music and revolutions. It's really good for we the people. It's going to happen over time. We have a year and a half worth of eclipses in Gemini and Sagittarius, so these things get remade. We've just had our butts pummeled with the eclipses in Cancer and Capricorn. The good news is that it's fading and like the destruction is kind of over, eclipse-wise. We still have our Pluto return next year, which could be the wild card, but essentially the destruction by this administration to our institution and our Constitution, that part is basically over. But now we're heading to protest with people and the law and our faith in bigger things and chaos. This is where the shift is. Okay, so they're going to try to do as much as they can, but again, the Republican Party, their chart, they're screwed collectively. Venus retrograde sitting on Donald's sun. Everybody's pissed at him. He has a tag on. He has a marker. He can't buck this bad economic news and all the deaths from the COVID virus. He is going to try to do his darndest, but this is stuck on him. It is stuck, and even the Republican Party is starting to be like, ew, he smells. Get away. He's got cooties. It's happening. It's starting to happen with, I don't know how, if they'll totally revolt against him, but it's there. It's undeniable. Teflon Don, not as Teflon Don as he had been. Oh my God. I don't even want to go there with that seductive algebra, whatever star. I was explaining how the Republican Party is just totally in lust with Donald. It's gross. Yeah, T-Barb, that stock market, I mean, it's going to be rough this week because, we're going to segue in now, this is where I wanted to get started. And like in my first video, I said, you guys, I was going to be so ZQT focused. We're going off on our own to do our own thing. And then I got sucked into everything else. And you know what? We're going to get there. The timing isn't quite there yet. So I'm going to do this third quarter moon over Washington, D.C. and what we can expect from this administration, because I am telling you, ouch. Shocking news about money, about debts. And Chiron, the wounded healer, the pain of Chiron, the thing that needs to be healed, is conjunct the midheaven. Collectively, this week, we're going to be experiencing a lot of pain. And this time, this pain is the one that nobody can just fix. It has to all come from within the inside. Now, with the nodes shifting into Gemini, it's going to take teamwork. It's going to take one another. but that's hidden right now. We don't really see that, as is this money is here hidden. Oh my God. So this chart, this is what kind of like freaked me out a little bit when I was looking at this chart. Hi, you guys. Hi, Diane. Yes, we're going to have a year and a half of good karma. It's all the time. Yes. I'm sorry. Okay, so if you guys have been following me for a while, oftentimes I keep referring to the can opener eclipse. The can opener eclipse is my nickname for the July 16th full moon eclipse because it was at 24 degrees Cancer, Capricorn. And in Donald's natal chart, his Venus is at 23 degrees, which is money, which is retrograding and weak. That's why Burr can't be protected anymore. Their Venus strength in shielding them from the law and shielding them from consequences, being able to keep their deceitful ways with dark money, where that was a strength before, it's totally weak now because the nodes are there exposing it. It's run its course, so to speak. So anyway, Donald's Venus is at 23 degrees Cancer. His Saturn is at 25 degrees Cancer. So his money has always been protected by this wall, this brick wall at his back. Nobody can penetrate it. I call this the can opener because it was at 24 degrees and it's kind of held a doorstop here. It's like we've had the can opener where it's cracked it open and we're still trying to figure out how to get the lid off the tuna can without cutting our finger. The can opener eclipse. It's creaking open. So this was active last July 16th. Stuff always happens with this degree because we've had Pluto, the planet of transformation, destruction, intensity, life, death, taxes, other people's money. It's also a money sign, but it also belongs to other people. Pluto has been hanging out at this 24th degree for months now. It was hanging out there for so long and now it's retrograde. So it is still sitting there for like 3 months. It's crazy. And look at all the money discussions and tax discussions that have been coming up. Pluto's holding that open. This freaked me out having the ascendant for this lunation at 23 degrees Cancer. Well, number one, it makes me happy because there's Donald's money right on the ascendant, giving everybody life, wanting to know about his money, and money is weak right now. And then there's a 24th degree, and then there's that 25th degree. We have Pluto over here conjunct the descendant at 24 degrees, and it's gone retrograde, and it's right here. This is we, the people. We are his adversary. So we have these big giant planets, Pluto, Jupiter, Saturn, lined up. That's almost, I don't like seeing that there. It has a ton of support, though, from the Sun and Mercury, okay? So it's like we get a turn to leverage our powers. But last year, after this eclipse, we never had this point on the ascendant. The only time I saw this point on the ascendant, unfortunately, was when Soleimani got killed. So that lunation over there in Iraq had this on the ascendant. Remember last year, there was like a drone that hit the Saudi oil fields and exploded. at that lunation that this was on the ascendant. And then one other time it was on the ascendant, like when Al-Baghdadi, my pal Al, when he got killed, the lunation before that was at 23 degrees. So this is a bit ominous for me, yes. The difference is, number one, we're in a different season. Number two, we're not in such active eclipse weather. And also, we have some support happening here for we the people. I have my eye on this. So I don't know what that means. So that's why we're going to do the Tarotscope and we're going to figure it all out. Okay? Let me catch a little sip of something to drink. Okay. Where's the astrology cards? This is the map for this lunation. What this says to me, there's going to be a lot of stormy weather coming in from the west, low pressures, high pressure. Like, I don't know, is this tornado weather? I'm not good with the astro maps. I'm not good with astrocartography. I'm just telling you, like in these areas, I think we're going to be having weather coming in from the northeast, these fronts, and then here, here's a lot of moisture coming up. I mean, that's just hanging out. And then we have the Mars and the moon over here, which is heat, and the moon directs weather. So I don't know what's going on, but something is, like, these lines are all over, you know, North America. So that's something there. Okay. Where's my cards? Where's my cards? My hands are itchy. They want cards. Ah, here we go. You guys doing okay? Look at you guys. You guys are so funny. I want to just hang out and chat with you guys and hang out. Oh, there's one predicted. There's a cyclone predicted towards eastern Florida. Ooh. Yeah, you guys go visit Alternative Health Digital's channel. She's got a channel now. She had that one on KJU's sister. I call her KY Jelly because it's the only thing I can say. She had some nice insight to her. She's kind of psycho. Oh, thank you. So, thanks, Connie. So I want to lay out this Tarotscope so that we can see what the astrology is really, really saying about we should be having sudden money news, shocking news. We have the moon here in the area of taxes, debt, other people's money. And there's Neptune. They're trying to hide finances and money transactions going on in Putin's house, probably trying to normalize it and then trying to distract from it because there is a lot hidden here. Okay, so what are we doing? So in the first house, oh boy. So right away here, Washington, D.C. wants to escape. This is where the energy is going. Escape, escape. Here, the 12th house. Protect the money, hide the money. Holy crap. You guys, wow. And then in this area of secrets, what's going on there in Washington? Uranus, genius, pressure reliever, icy cold front coming in. Sudden explosive things happening with secrets, the hopes and wishes, innovation, science. We have, that's where the sun is, that's where the photos is, water element sensing. You guys, he is an eclipse baby, and I will tell you, yeah, when he says he's going with his gut, it's because he's an eclipse baby. So he does pick up on the vibes, what's going on. He knows crap is coming that he can't stop. So we're dealing with a lot of emotions, friends. What's crowning Washington at this time? We have fire. Fire, desire. Oh God, Uranus is in the 10th house, crowning. Oh boy, you know, Uranus is an air sign and it feeds fire beautifully. Really stokes those flames. In the 9th house of lands far away, I call this Putin's house, we have, what's going on there? We've got 2. 4th house roots. I think Putin's having to double time, working overtime because now he has 2 jobs because KJU's dead, not dead. He is going to have, there's going to be influence with him related to USA defenses. Oh, we have money here as well. Hello, Space Force. Just popped in my mind. Money, USA defenses, Libra's an air sign. And the 1st house of the body, the health of the nation here that wants to escape. So maybe he's scaring Washington to want to escape. So, oh man, is there going to be Russia news, China news, North Korea? Oh my goodness. Okay, this area of shared resources, life, death, taxes, Washington. Pisces, I believe you're in debt. I believe you're caught. Pisces has Mars, so there's going to be a lot of energy going out. It's striking a pose, and because Pisces, it's endless. The boundaries are endless. This energy is going to keep going on and on and on. Show me the money. And then the 7th house, we the people. Donald doesn't like us. We're his adversary. This is supposed to be partnership, but in Washington, partnerships, we the people. Ooh, trying to strike a balance. Libra. Well, that's down here. Also trying to strike a balance with money. Money. Ooh. Yeah, things are going to get serious. I'm glad I feel like they're starting to maybe take this stuff kind of seriously. The 6th house, public servants. Public servants are military. Investigations. Oh. Hello, South Node. Do you have some life debts here, public servants? Looking at you, Esper. Oh, man. General Flynn. Ouch. 5th house of the sun. This represents the leader, the FOTUS. So he's in a grand cross. He's going to be very uncomfortable. Stuff is hitting the fan. And more provocations, trying to get people going. Yeah, you know what? Elon Musk, he has been a little bit, very much misbehaving behind the scenes. His activity is lining up too much with disinformation. I feel like he's now been designated to carry the water as a distractor because DeVos can't do it anymore. So usually she's the one that pipes up, like when something's happening, distract. Jill Stein can't do it anymore. So now they've recruited Elon Musk to distract with another story. And he's got something going on. Okay, so in the 4th house, defenses in Washington, how we nurture, support, protect ourselves. This upcoming week, as we wind things down, Taurus, I have money, assets, belonging, values, income, gains. So people are really assessing what we have in Washington. 3rd house, communications. This is Gemini. This is Gemini's real estate. So we've got communications, electronics, digital comms, social media. Cancer, I feel. There's a lot of water going on, trying to sense what is really going on. Look at this. We have this 3rd, 8th, and 11th houses, almost a grand trine, but there's, okay, this tells me there's a lot more intuitive things happening. Thank you. Things are, people are finally getting kind of real as to what's really happening. 2nd house of income. we have, oh my God, Saturn. The truth. The truth is coming out. Taurus owns this real estate. This is values, incomes, gains, money. The poop, I think, is going to hit the fan on the ascendant. We've got Scorpio. I transform. There's a yod. A very destined week. Okay, so I'm going to write these down, and then I'm going, so I don't lose them, and then I'm going to grab the tarot, and I'll just lay out the tarot cards. Okay? So we've got Scorpio. And once again, guess who does not show up in the Tarotscope? KJU. I'm telling you guys, he's gone. I made another chart and I can show you. He is gone. That's why Putin has to double time. He cannot collect overtime either. They're screwed. Man. So on the 12th we have Uranus. Water. Fire. Okay, so we have the 4th house. And the 1st house. Pisces, I believe. Libra. Nice that this is in its dominion, though, with all this stuff happening in this house. I just don't even know what to think. Whew. Public servants, South Node. Grand Cross. He is going to be such an assholio this week, as if he isn't all the time. But it's just, man, is he going to be. And everyone's going to be like, really? With the Venus retrograde, it's going to be such a turnoff everywhere. Cancer. Feel Saturn, the truth. Man, this is going to hurt. It's going to hurt because we have got Chiron at the top, the wound that we have to heal. 12th house. Everyone wants to escape. Okay, so that's what the astrology says this week. How are you guys doing? T-Barb, thank you very, very much. Yeah, you guys, we have to stay strong and together. And you know, we've got the nodes are we're gonna all be working for one another. That is where the energy is pushing our nation. We have Gemini in this area, which has to do with partnership. So it really is going to have we the people coming together in so many different ways. It's really good. I mean, there's going to be pain involved with it, but we finally get to address this and come together. So let's, I'm going to lay out the tarot so we know what cards belong here for this quarter moon. So we just have a week left. And the new moon, I think, is in about 8 days. So stick a pin in this. When we do the new moon in Gemini, we're going to be talking about Gemini things. Contracts, electronics, communications, social media, your neighborhoods, your siblings, kids, extended family, like your relatives, moving parts, like an automobile, short distance travel, things related to your hands, handiwork, the lungs, respiration. So whatever is coming up this week, as we get to the new moon, make a note of it, and that the universe is trying to tell you what you need to make a wish or intend for at the new moon in Gemini. Okay? So just keep that in the back of your mind. Oh, thank you. Pure money. You goof. Thank you. Thank you. So, oh, and you know what? I did catch a little bit of Johnny's, if you guys were over at Johnny's live stream, and he drew that 7 of Cups with the Judge, and he was saying, I loved what he said about having so many thoughts and what should I do? There's a lot of options. He didn't like seeing that. And I totally got what he was getting at. That is such also a North Node in Gemini thing. Our brains are active like that, and it's highlighting the decisions we're making. It's just a whole new way of thinking is coming upon us. And so that absolutely made sense to me, the way he described that. Okay, so looking at the tarot, can we expect Washington, D.C., what's giving the body, their identity, who Washington is, the Page of, oh, hello, whistleblower, how are you? And this used to be KY Jelly when she was delivering good news like propaganda through her brother. That has a lot of energy. The House of Secrets, Washington, oh, White House, hidden enemies. Hello, the courts. Hello, Mueller. 11th house, hopes, wishes, friends, Washington. Okay. So the yes card, so you guys know I keep these extra cards in my deck, and I put a yes or no. So the yes card is the yes. The yes card reverse is not no. It's what they thought was yes is not yes. Oops. What's not yes? This is not yes. That people, okay, before I would see yes as like serving the emperor. This is Donald the Emperor at the behest of Putin. Well, it isn't no emperor, it's just this emperor is not yes. Does that make sense? Okay, so water and sensing, people are sensing that their wishes and dreams, this guy is not the yes guy emperor. He's not their friend. That is interesting. We've got the sun there. The sun represents the photos. He is not the emperor. Oh, man. The 10th house, what's crowning Washington, D.C. with a lot of fire, we have... You guys, this was... Okay, I did that reading, and I purposely named the person the Hitman, the hitter, because I was being that bold, because I wanted the tarot to speak clearly to me, and I have a lot more comments I want to say about that. I don't know if I can get to that now. This was crowning him in Washington, D.C. And here we have what's crowning Washington, D.C. That guy, not a pinch hitter, but like a hit, hired. He was here. This is, getting to calmer waters, but it's also transmitting information. It's, I was seeing him more like quietly getting away. Whew. This is also trying to hide information, taking intelligence and bringing it elsewhere. Okay, thanks you guys so much. Okay, in Washington, lands far away, Putin's house, the house of faith, religion. But more here applies to Putin. What do we have? We have 4th house roots, USA defenses, and her health, her physical body. Washington has stealing crap. Again, elections, intelligence, digital cables, A lot of the Republicans, they have seen that our defenses depend on the Trump campaign and the relationship with Stub Putin. I do not like seeing that there. The 8th house of shared resources, debts. The moon is there. Oh, the magician. Okay, so the magician in the past has been KJU. It's Donald wishing that KY Jelly was a magician, but I don't think he has faith in her. This has been Mike Flynn in the past because he, bringing stuff to the Saudis, bringing stuff to Turkey, making things happen. It's also been Roger Stone because he has gotten information to Julian Assange and magically make things happen with elections. Pisces, I believe, but it looks like it's going to be related to money. Well, yeah. 7th house partnerships, we the people in Washington. We have the Knight of... Okay. So, Knight of Swords. This is oftentimes like info ops, digital armies, like Obamagate. The whole thing that got started Sunday is supposed to crescendo and by Friday, Saturday. It's also literally like a cavalry going in and taking out like al-Baghdadi. A lot of action activity going on here. We're trying to keep our balance. 6th house of public servants, their life debts. Look at all those burdens. Ooh, that is Donald's burdens for the elections. 5th house of the sun, the Grand Cross. He's going to be provoking people because he's going to be fighting everyone off. He's going to be on the defense. This could be Facebook. Keep an eye on Facebook because the last time Venus was retrograde in Gemini, Facebook went public. Their IPO, like in 2012. I've just been waiting for this with Facebook. They're going to see a lot of changes, I think, in the next year and a half, too. The 4th house, USA defenses. Taurus, I have. Ooh, stuff is coming in fast. Messaging. God, wouldn't it be nice? I mean, that arrest with, Richard Burr having his phone seized. Wouldn't it be nice to get more of that? Whew, things that we have, things are moving quickly, related to lands far away. 3rd house, communications. Oh boy. So this has been La Cerveza virus. Rebecca Mercer has been very active as of late, and she's been pissed. She's so angry. This has also been DeVos. It's also been Elaine Chao. That is interesting. The 2nd house, income. What's going on here? Let's fill out. What is this? Ooh, the Sword of Truth. Tax returns. The Mueller report. Items from the past. This is also, I forgot how that's related to Putin. What Donald owes him. Oh, Lordy. This is on the ascendant. Retreat. Some people do want to escape. Maybe there's a death. It's been kind of showing as like death for me lately. Oh my God, that is power and money, or someone has the thing, the power. Sometimes I see this Ace of Pentacles getting transferred through the 6 Wands mob. Trump, Putin, Unji, Netanyahu. So this is related to 6 Wands mob, money and power. Oh man, you guys. This is... Hold on to your pants, you guys. And do not react to trolls because they are just off the charts crazy. So we have... I'm going to write these down here. 4 Swords, Ace of Pentacles on the ascendant. The Page of Cups, hello whistleblower. And this, oh my gosh, my ear, I'm having a high piercing noise right now. Just, okay, good, that went away. That was random out of the blue. 8 Wands. Look at all this fire. It's like firewood. Knight of Swords. Magician, 7 swords. Look at all these swords. All this air. Not yes. Emperor. And then the secret is a White House. Hidden enemy is more swords. That's our Tarotscope for the next week. Lord, I hope we survive. Okay, so we good? You guys got any questions so far? Let's see. You're welcome, Sharon. I have been waiting and waiting for this Tarotscope. You know what? Why don't I throw some cards? What is the big news? What's the big news? Here we go. How's that one sound? What's the big shocking money news? What's the big shocking money? So the quarter moon is at 10:04 a.m. tomorrow over Washington D.C. I feel like it's already gotten a start with the kind of the Richard Burr thing blew me away. He's so screwed, you guys. He is so screwed. Okay. What's the crazy shocking news related to money and taxes? Or just money owed? What do we have? Someone's fortune, ill fortune, something with timing. This is related in astrology. This represents the part of fortune, which is the happiest part in the chart where you get fortune and riches. You often see this like in horse racing or a big competition. The person who is a part of fortune wins. But if this is poorly aspected, you might end up last. So there's the part of fortune. It's in the 10th house. It's crowning Washington, D.C. What's this news about? Russia-China elections. This is my high priestess. How Russia manages everything with elections and the far right globally. What's crowning this news? Oh my God. It has to do with, well, the next thing I can only say is just Americans, people, someone who's not in the administration, intelligence, digital armies, people, maybe people in the military, like Mike Flynn, but intelligence too. What happened in the past related to this moneyed news? Oh, hi, angry Putin. Could be Xi, could be MBS. It could be Adam Schiff. Maybe he got something, but I feel like this is more them. Which led to what with this money news? These are, oh, 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is Donald's financial obligations. The 10 of Wands is election. Oh, Donald. So this fortunate is, what's the challenge with the timing of this, with the fortune? The challenge is, oh, no what? No, it's, no, oh my goodness. The challenge is trying to say, there's no Russia. There's no Russia. I didn't do this. Yeah, right, whatever. Because this money news is covered in tax returns, the Republican Party, the Mueller report. Gosh, wouldn't it be nice to get more on that stuff? How do we see this tarot? How do you see this money news that's coming out? Mercenaries. This makes me think of like an Eric Prince. Money exchanges, a Josh Kushner. He's got so many ties to these people. Another Russian, another sanctioned bank. And the environment of the money news is, retreat, or, someone gets. What's the hope with the money news? Elaine Chao is hoping she can hide it. Same with DeVos and the other oligarchs. but this is usually my Elaine Chow card. The fear with this news is the fighting, but also it's like the Six Wands mob. They do this obstruction worldwide. The fear is they can't obstruct anymore. Next steps. Look at all that money, that big, huge investment. There's more where that came from. And the final outcome is, hey, Don. Revelation. Donald. Oh, man. Justice. That is interesting. I'm not sure which justice this is. And the moon, there's China. And there's an ending of something related to China and oh boy. You guys, hold on. It's going to be a little crazy. Okay? So, I now feel complete. I feel complete. I've given you everything you need to know with this quarter moon. Take note for what's coming up with the new moon in Gemini, but until then, Venus is weak. She's very weak. Your kidneys need help. You have to stay hydrated, especially with Mars now in a water sign. You might dehydrate more quickly, or the fluids in your body might be heating up. Your immune system might be heating up. You're going to be going through more fluids. Whatever you do for your thyroid, Venus, pancreas, how you metabolize sugar, how you use alcohol. Venus retrograde is one where we don't feel a lot of love coming from others. It gets misinterpreted, especially in a communication sign. So this is where you really got to dig deep and practice self-love, because that is where you're guaranteed to have this love vibe emanating and resonating. And when you get out in the public, it might feel painful because nobody matches that, but that's where you start weighing your values, and that's what we have to do with this Venus retrograde, is weighing our values, what we've invested our time in, our friends. Do we need to reevaluate some things? Are these things working out? And don't experiment with getting a new haircut or new hairstyle or new makeup or plastic surgery. Not going to work. Venus is retrograde until June 24th. And even when she wakes up then, she's going to be really sleepy, trying to wake up and slow moving. Okay, you guys? So, there we go. We're all good. How are you guys doing? Oh my God, I think Johnny's phone is still alive. I see that scroller going. So, you guys good? Thank you, Bess. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up here, you guys. Thank you. I have the bestest moderators ever. I was on my list, something I want to do for you guys. Until then, take care. We're good. We're good. We are entering new territory. It's so good for us. Oh, he found his phone charger. Funny. That's so awesome. Okay, you guys have a great evening. And hopefully I'll be able to catch up sooner than later with you guys, okay? But just take it easy. Chill, okay? So, have a good evening.